Hello and welcome to the Douglas on My Mind show. My name is Blondell Thomas and I'll be your host today, filling in for Georgia Henderson, who's a little under the weather, so we hope that she gets to feeling better really soon. We're going to have some special guests today talking about upcoming events in April, and we look forward to you returning with us. Thanks. Welcome back to the Douglas on My Mind show, and today we have with us the City of Douglas Public Works Director, Jacob Lott. Hello, Jacob. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for asking us to be here. It's a pleasure.
All right. We're going to talk a little bit about some events that are coming up in April that y'all have, the Great American Cleanup, Spring Junk Free Week, and also a monthly program that Public Works puts on every month, the Community Junk Drop-Off Day.
Correct. One of the many goals that any municipality faces is how do you provide your citizens with a clean and aesthetically pleasing community to live, work, and play. Wow. So over the years, the City of Douglas has implemented several programs to assist in that endeavor. Mm-hmm. So today we're going to talk about 3 of those programs.
All right. Well, I think the first program that we have coming up, and it's coming up pretty soon, is the Great American Cleanup. Tell us a little bit about the Great American Cleanup and what it actually is and what we can expect to be coming because of that.
Keep America Beautiful's Great American Cleanup is the nation's largest annual community improvement program. Mm-hmm. Each year it harnesses the power of over 4 million volunteers to help build vibrant communities. Each year over 1,200 affiliates and participating organizations engage volunteers to take action in their community through programs that deliver positive and lasting impacts through events that focus on things like community greening, mm-hmm. recycling, beautification, and waste reduction. And it's my understanding the City of Douglas has participated in this event for over 17 years now.
Oh, okay. So it's a long-standing event that
yes,
we've always participated in.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what are we going to do locally? How can we get folks involved with Great American Cleanup?
In the past several years, what we've done is we basically just went out and picked up litter along the roadside and also cleaned up some illegal dump sites. But this year we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to try to go out and work on some of our community parks.
Oh, okay.
Staff is currently out right now assessing those parks and looking for some ways that we can improve those. Mm-hmm. Some things may be, and here again we don't have a list of what we're going to do, but it may be things like we may paint some playground equipment, or maybe we can work on some of the pavilions. Mm-hmm. Maybe we can plant a tree or some plants, things that to make the parks look a little bit better.
Right.
So those are kind of things we're going to focus on this year.
Okay, and I've been in the parks before, and not everybody always takes care to clean up after themselves, so I guess I would probably pick up a little bit of trash here and there along with your project that you may be doing.
Yes, ma'am. Litter pickup, that could definitely be one of the projects we could tackle.
Right. All right. Well, how should a person become a participant of Great American Cleanup? What would they need to do?
Well, those wishing to volunteer can meet at Public Works office on Saturday morning, April the 18th at 8 a.m.
Okay.
You don't have to call ahead of time. You can just show up. From there, we'll go out in the community and do our projects. We do ask that if you're going to have a large group, please do try to call us ahead of time, mm-hmm. just so we can make sure we have enough material, food, transportation. And by the way, we're going to have a light meal afterwards, so that usually helps encourage people to come out.
Right. Well, there you have it. Show up on Saturday, April the 18th, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Show up, do a little bit of work, help out, keep our community clean, and then come back and have a light lunch. So that sounds like lots of fun. Okay, and another program that y'all have coming up during what we call Georgia Cities Week is Spring Junk Free Week. Give us a little bit of details and tell us about that.
Yes, ma'am. Oftentimes we have a need for to dispose of a little bit more waste than our green cart or our recycling cart can handle. And usually you haul that out to Trans Waste, you pay a tipping fee to get rid of it. We had a lot of folks that would call and say they didn't have a way to transport it, or maybe couldn't afford to take their extra waste out there. So what we do is 1 week out of the year we host a Spring Junk Free Week. We allow citizens of Douglas to bring their extra junk at no charge, and this is a way that this also ties in the Great American Cleanup.
Right.
And it basically in return is if we can get this junk into the roll-offs and hauled off, then that's less junk we're going to find in the illegal dump sites, littered on the sides of the road, or people putting it out by the in front of their yard that's not going to pick it up. So if you have, maybe you're doing a small remodeling project in your home, or maybe even you're doing a little spring cleaning, this would be a perfect time to bring that junk and get rid of it at no cost.
Okay. And also during a Spring Junk Free Week, is there any materials that y'all will not allow, or like you said, they have to be citizens of Douglas? What do citizens need to bring, so if they do, have to provide any type of verification that they are citizens? Just tell us a little more about that.
This is for city residents only. No businesses at this time.
Okay.
If they would bring a copy of their utility bill, that would be great. And basically the same waste rules apply as you use your green card at home. No tires, no hazardous materials, no asbestos or lead materials, and no batteries, and also no cans of wet paint. You can bring cans of paint, but make sure the paint's dry. You can either put sand in them, you can do an oil dry, or even cat litter works to help dry those out.
All right. When will Spring Junk Free Week be held?
Spring Junk Free Week is going to be Monday, April the 20th through Saturday, April the 25th.
Okay.
Drop-off hours will be 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and on Saturday the drop-off hours will be 8:30 to 1 p.m.
Okay.
And you can drop your junk off at the city's pole yard, which is located at 220 South Pearl Avenue, which is directly behind the post office.
Okay. And last but not least, we have a monthly program that y'all have every month with Trans Waste, the community junk drop-off days. Tell us a little bit about those.
Yes, ma'am. The annual Spring Junk Free Week was such a success that we decided to offer more frequent opportunities to get rid of that extra junk. So what we do now is one Saturday of each month we take a roll off and we go out into a different neighborhood, and it's usually a half-a-day event, and we allow citizens to bring their extra junk again. The same waste rules apply, no asbestos, lead paint, tires, no batteries, and no cans of wet paint. But once again, it's we're definitely seeing an improvement in our community by providing as many outlets as possible, and the awareness is starting to we're starting to see more awareness in the community, and actually less litter and junk piles. So it's definitely helping our community out.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you came by today and was able to talk to us about all of your efforts and the city's efforts to try to make Douglas a lot more beautiful. Keep Douglas beautiful, of course.
There it is.
And we just appreciate everything that y'all are doing.
Well, thank you for having me. Enjoyed it.
All right. Welcome back from break. I'm here now with Carol Morgan, the president of the Coffee County Historical Society. Carol, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for inviting me.
Well, we've got a lot of things coming up in April and in some of the later months. Just tell us some things that are coming up at Heritage Station Museum, or either some things that Coffee County Historical Society has planned.
One of the first things we're doing right now is the Arts and Crafts exhibit to correlate with the Arts Month this month. Local people have donated some things on loan for us to show that they have made. And also the Kiwanis Club of Douglas has an exhibit. And it will be running through the end of April. But March the 28th is Kiwanian Day at the museum. So there'll be a large group coming in to see their display. And it's really interesting. I invite everybody to come see it. It's wonderful. After that, we will start with Vietnam Remembered.
Okay.
We have not had a real focus on the Vietnam era, the war, and the people that served.
Right.
And several men in the community are helping us with that, and we're getting together information and memorabilia, and that will run from April the 9th through May 30th.
Okay.
Also, we're doing heritage photographs then and now. I know you've seen it in the paper.
Well, I've seen them in the paper and on Facebook.
Right, right. And this is going to really focus on old places and things in Coffee County. Whether the building's there or not, we'll show the location as it is now, so you can compare the two. And it'll also, on June the 4th, we're having a reception opening. Glenn Clower, who ran Rogers Studio for many years, and the Rogers daughters, Bernard Rogers and his family members will be there. And we're inviting everybody to come out and enjoy that reception and meet the family and see them after all these years.
Is he going to have some old photographs?
We're going to have
displayed or
old
anything?
photographs. We have, the museum has in our archives several photos, not the old glass plates, but up in the 60s. So a lot of people in Douglas will be surprised to see themselves in large and in print. It'll be a big surprise to all of them. You can't wait. Yeah.
All right. Well, one thing I know that y'all probably need each month or even each year, you need community help. You need volunteers.
We need volunteers.
Yes.
Definitely.
Tell us about that.
We're asking people to volunteer 3 hours a week. Or a month, whatever they would like to do, whatever they can do. And it's like from 10 to 1 or 1 to 4.
Okay.
You can do as little or as much. Some people just sit and read and welcome people, and some people file or do whatever. And all they have to do is come by and pick up an application. We would love to have volunteers. We have some that come a certain morning like the first Friday morning of every month. They can opt to do that. They can come on a Saturday.
So they don't have to be just a historian. They can be any type of volunteer.
I told somebody jokingly one time, I'll take a warm body at this point in time, just to keep the doors open.
Right.
And a lot of people have gone by and said, well, y'all were closed. Well, we're closed because we don't have anybody to take that place.
Right.
A lot of our volunteers are older because, of course, we're retired. But then you've got doctor's visits and sick relatives and grandchildren and everything else, so you have to be on call sometimes. So we really need volunteers, even if it's somebody that will just say, "Well, just call when you need me."
Right. Okay. I also know that inside the museum there is a gift shop there. Do we have any new items in there?
We have some new items. We have Oscar Patton's books are in the gift shop. We only are focusing on local artists, authors, and products. We have everything from chemical-free detergent to Ree's jams and jellies to books and prints.
And y'all have also got syrup and some other.
We've got syrup and honey, all that local grown good stuff
All the
that's
good
sweet. All the stuff that's good for you. So, but we also have cookbooks. We have pretty much poetry books. Vera Samuels, that's on our board. One of her poetry books are in there. And we just have a mixture, and we're adding to it all the time. And we even have asked people to donate, some things or put on consignment even. We'll do that for them.
Okay.
Just to broaden the spectrum.
So if anybody needs any local souvenirs, they need to come
got
see
it from
y'all.
us. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
come see them. What are the museum hours? We've talked about
We're
that.
open Thursdays and Fridays from 10 to 4, and on Saturdays from 10 to 2.
Okay. And is there like a new sign in the progress? Or?